Now, it's widely accepted among economists that poor improvements in productivity, the ability to raise output per worker, is the main reason for the UK's lacklustre economic growth since the global financial crisis. My next guest is hoping to get to grips with that today with a conference on productivity. With me now is Ronen Lamdan of Laiye, a specialist in artificial intelligence-powered automation solutions. Ronen, welcome to you. I mean, low levels of business investment are seen as the key to this here in the UK. Do you go along with that?
Hi, and thank you for having me. So the way we're doing work has really got to change. We know that business volatility, it's an all-time high, the ongoing impacts, the aftermath of the pandemic. We've got supply chain disruptions. We've got, Russia and Ukraine. All of these are still being felt. We've also got Rishi Sunak kind of calling us out and calling a profound economic crisis in the United Kingdom. And so what's emerged is a real work execution gap, and it's an inevitability around work, which really the imperative is that if you're not driving change, your competitors are. And so we went out, we surveyed 1,300 people in the UK and other countries, and there were three main topics that really were consistent across all the executives in terms of the challenges that they're seeing post-pandemic. 74% said attracting the right skills has become significantly more difficult. 51% are saying that their people are really tired of doing manual, repetitive, boring, unfulfilling tasks. And 37% are really having an impact on business productivity.
Well, that's where you come in. Obviously, you're an automation solutions specialist. A lot of people are very nervous about this, though, the idea of robots taking their jobs. How would you assuage those concerns?
Yeah, so at the heart of it is really the worker and the human, and how we help them to become, more impactful, fulfilled, and appreciated by their managers, right? So at Laiye, we help these companies to close these gaps, and we work with companies everywhere from Porsche to AstraZeneca to Lenovo to Johnson & Johnson, LVMH, and essentially the idea is how we empower people to streamline their own work, their processes, their operations, and essentially elevate customer satisfaction as well as morale. We do this through a work execution system.
Is this easier or harder to implement as a result of the kind of home working and hybrid working arrangements that we're seeing put in place now?
Yeah, that's key, and that's very key to it, right? So you've got this remote workforce, and certainly companies are struggling around the notion of control and harnessing a lot of the work that's happening remotely in order to improve processes. And we call this, as part of to close this work execution gap, is essentially harvesting the work metadata in order to make companies more productive, more efficient. And the idea is really to use this as a feedback mechanism for the automation. So we see this actually as a benefit as we go digital.
Now, some of your customers include some of the biggest companies in the Fortune 500. Which business sectors are investing the most right now in automation systems?
So it's really almost across the board, because what we're seeing is that these Uber trends around great resignation and quiet quitting are directly affecting productivity. So that same survey showed that 62% were concerned about productivity and 37% around the loss of revenue. And over a quarter are really seeing this as hugely competitive. We see this really across industries, whether you're in retail or healthcare or financial services or logistics. This is just becoming a dire imperative that all companies must embrace in order to close this gap.
All right, Ronen, we had to leave it there. Appreciate you joining me today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian.